Our next guest is Marianne Mahoney. Marianne is currently working as the Executive Director of the Boulder Convention and Visitors Bureau, but she also worked at the Hotel Boulderado from 1979 to 2001. Marianne worked with Frank Day, current Boulderado owner, on the renovation of the historic section of the hotel, and she was very involved with marketing for the grand opening of the North Wing expansions. Marianne, I know that you were involved with those two expansions of the North Wing and that you were strategizing with the planners on what was important for the emerging meetings market at that time. Will you please tell us a little about that?
Well, we didn't have a sales office because there was nothing to sell at the Hotel Boulderado prior to the renovation. So we started a sales office to introduce the Hotel Boulderado to the business community, to have them accept that they were going to put their business clients in the hotel, that we had meeting spaces now. So we went through an expansion in 1985 and moved from 42 rooms to 107, including the guest house. And we added 800 to 900 square feet of meeting space. And to us, if it didn't generate revenue, then it wasn't important. Storage was not really important because it doesn't generate a whole lot of revenue coming from our mentor, Frank Day. So, and also, my mentors on marketing were Frank Day and Sandy Hale, because I got to learn Marketing 101 of how to market without a budget. And that is no advertising, word of mouth, hound the press about all of the great things that you do. So we were starting to plan and doing hard hat tours as we were expanding the hotel. We had hard hats that we were able to walk through the construction projects in 1985 and then again in 1989 of how the hotel was going to operate and how they could bring their business clients and their business meetings into the Hotel Boulderado and be downtown and really provide a quality experience. One of the other things that we did is when we opened in 1982, when we opened the hotel to the community, we did a fundraiser for Boulder Philharmonic. And it was the first time that we brought back the old-fashioned dancing that everybody's mentioned in the lobby. And the food and the buffet was on the mezzanine level. So that New Year's Eve, we started that tradition back. And to this day, we still have the Grand Gala Ball every New Year's Eve because that's the anniversary of the hotel. But we have the big band dancing, but that tradition came back, so it was great to hear all of you that had been at some of those dances that we didn't create a tradition, we were just found that we needed to continue that. Through the expansions, Sid and Laurel and Frank had a vision of really creating something dynamic. Many historic expansions were not successful, but to create a mini Hotel Boulderado in a new facility and the detail of the stained wood and the wainscoting paneling, so many of those new replication of Victorian furnishings and very quality pieces really gave that business community the confidence that they could bring their business clients here. Okay, so now I have 30 seconds. So we did one great story as we were unveiling the first expansion is from Sandy and Frank. I learned that we didn't have any money. We actually went to the city to get a permit to close Pine Street so we could have a marching band from Boulder High and do the big ribbon cutting. We had a little bit extra timpani to that event because just as the speechifying was taking place, we heard some glass kind of popping throughout the expansion of the hotel. And we had some of the lovely beveled mirrors that the mastic hadn't been completely set after we took the braces out come down right as our guests were going to be able to see. So we still had many rooms for our guests to look at. But it was a pretty exciting one of those days that you wonder what could happen at your event or the restaurant opening.
I actually remember that. Oh, the mirror crashed. Close that door.
That's right. So there's many stories, but I just wanted to say that it has always been a pleasure because I think that we have just been caretakers, and I think everybody around this table feels that we have been caretakers of this grande dame, and she really lives beyond us.